quickly. Before we wrap today, I'm going to go over Sandbox 9. And Sandbox 9 sort of builds on the work that we did with Swift and Lincoln in Sandbox 8. And what I'm looking for is an algorithm. And I've given you 3 pieces of text. The 3 pieces of text all talk about the same thing. They describe the phases of the moon, full moon, crescent moon, that sort of thing. However, one is written for 4th graders, one is written at the 10th grade level, and another one is written at a Ph.D. level. If you read them, you'll see that the language is more advanced. So your job, the problem I want you to solve here, is to come up with an algorithm that you can give these 3 pieces of text to. And the algorithm should come up with a score, a number. What that number represents exactly is up to you. But what it should represent in a practical way is if, let's say, it doesn't have to be 4, 10, and 16 or anything like that. But let's say the 4th grade level should score lower than the 10th grade level, which should score lower than the PhD level. So you're coming up with an algorithm that will score the text based on how advanced it is. So you need to think about what things make something advanced versus not advanced. I'll give you an example, like a starter. What you might start out with is things like, how long are the words? Because obviously you're not going to use humongous words with a 4th grader, but somebody with a PhD probably will use humongous words. Length, word length. Maybe word variety is another one. Maybe there's some other things that you can think of, like average word length, or you can see that the length of the whole text is similar, but there might be something to that as well. So I'm going to leave it to you to come up with the algorithm. But what I should be able to do with that algorithm is feed it each piece of text and have it tell me a score for each one. And I should be able to look at those scores and say the 4th grade and the 10th grade and the PhD level all scored differently. Okay? So that is how it works. And you can use some of the things, like I said, I would go back to the Swift and Lincoln code and look at some of the functions that are there and look at some of those things and how it was treated and some of those ideas and use this. But it should be a single function. It should take a string as an argument, and it should return a number. Okay? So that is S9. And then there's a review of assignment 8. Any questions? Okay, you got about 30 minutes to work before class ends. So good luck.